up to another good morning. Time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all...
Welcome back to the 3x5 Live
podcast.
On this podcast, we talk about mindset, mindfulness, productivity, wellness. Last week, we spoke about your solid versus pseudo self. We had a little typo error in the newsletter, so I apologize for that. I think it said sold.
It did.
Versus solid.
Yep.
And this week, we are talking about living your life in 30-day challenges. And I love this idea. You know, we always kick off the year starting with these big goals that we want to accomplish, year-long goals. Some people do quarterly goals. And I've always preached on this, which Jessie gets annoyed with me continuing to say, you know, habits are greater than goals. You know, habits, what you do on a daily basis is always going to trump, in my opinion, the goal. Mm-hmm. Because every day you can win. And I like winning every day. So the idea here is to pick one thing per month and just focus on that habit or that change or that item that you want to maybe eliminate, and every month pick something new. But then instead of just trying to change everything at once, people just, you know, I've been guilty of it, that I'm trying to change too much in one, you know, moment of time. And this kind of gives you that opportunity in the breathing room to be like, okay, what's this month's challenge?
I also think that this is a perfect example of like everything is information. With my grad students, I teach 8-week courses. And so each week, so this is even more condensed, I have them try a specific self-care practice, whether it be like gratitude or journaling in the morning, whether it be like movement, move your body. It could be any like relationships, so focusing on relationships. And I think that just giving them a little bit of work to focus on for a week allows them to take a look at a self-care practice that they might not have incorporated if they were doing something like a year-long goal where they were really focusing all their energy on one thing, like working out 5 days a week. And so more than anything, I think it's a perfect opportunity to set a fun or interesting challenge for yourself. So for 30 days, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes every day. And that consistency, it doesn't feel as heavy because the longevity of it's not a full year. It's literally 30 days. So two things start to happen. Habits usually start to form within 21 days. And that's also the time period where you usually start to notice the benefits. So if after 30 days, then you do an assessment of yourself, a self-awareness assessment of, did that help? How am I feeling afterwards? Is this something I would like to continue? And then the next month, set a different goal that you either build from that, or a different habit that you either build from, or that you just kind of start over and try to find something that does work for you. Yeah,
exactly. And also, in my opinion, the most powerful ones to start with is probably change, not adding something in, like, you know, adding meditation in, but actually eliminating something that might be a kryptonite for you. You know, something like, you know, you have the habit of eating fast food every day for lunch, and eliminating fast food for lunch compared to I'm going to work out 5 days a week. Well, it might be harder for some people if they have that addiction, but it will have the biggest impact. And starting with, you know, one of those types of items, taking away for 30 days and then compounding to add the following month might be a good way to start. Just food for thought.
I'm actually thinking about what you just said there. And like maybe even what that looks like is writing down some positive habit changes you're looking to accomplish. So we just use the example of like meditation. And then next to that, looking at what are some of the barriers or things that get in the way of that, right? So for me, meditation would be like the consistency piece, or am I waking up early enough to fit it in before the kids wake up? So the elimination habit could be pressing snooze. I'm not going to press snooze. Or the elimination habit could be, I'm not going to be on my phone before bed, where it's like stimulating my sleep. I'm never really on my phone, but I do. My e-reader like sometimes has some blue light. So I think that could affect. So like, what is the thing that's inhibiting the habit change? And like you said, maybe starting there, because before you can start a new habit, you need to align yourself with behaviors that will help support that, or else it's just going to fail. Yeah. So maybe you even think about the positive behavior change and then what is getting in the way, and then start with eliminating that object or that hurdle that's getting in the way. Just thinking about that.
And the other cool thing is it feels manageable. if you're like, all right, I'm going to live the next 12 months in 30-day challenges, who do I want to be at the end of that year? What characteristics do I want to have at the end of the year? Okay, now what habits would I need to have in place to be able to become that person, and write all those down. And then you can, highlight your top 12 and then be like, okay, I'm going to do this. We're recording this right now in September. I'm going to do this in September. I'm going to do this next one in October. I'm going to do the next one, in November. And you can just kind of plot out where you want to be in 12 months. And if I implement or eliminate these habits, I'm going to get to be that person, which can be, an uplifting, feeling internally.
Yeah, I like to think of it too of doing it almost as an accountability to like with somebody else would be super fun. Like you could do this with a group of friends, you could do this with your family, you could do this with your spouse. Maybe it would be helpful to kind of think about what some of these could be. Like I was thinking you could do, if you're trying to dabble in like more plant-based or healthy eating, like for a month, you try a certain number of plant-based meals to incorporate with your family meal plan, or like, giving up alcohol for 30 days and trying not to drink and see how that impacts your body. Or
sugar.
Yeah. Sugar is
Eliminating
a huge
sugar.
one,
yeah.
Which when you eliminate sugar, it's actually kind of crazy because you will go through detox symptoms. Like it is classified as like the same detox process as like detoxing from drugs. And
right.
The idea that if you can go 7 days with detoxing from sugar, then your taste buds will completely turn over and then what you crave completely changes. So doing that as a household, think about our kids. So many kids are eating so much added sugar that it's going to be really hard for them to do that. But by changing their gut biome and changing what their bodies crave, they start to not crave so much sugar. And so it would be really beneficial to more than just yourself. So,
yeah.
Or like, trying out new yoga classes once a week or whatever it looks like, whether it's eliminating something or it's adding something, make it fun and make it so that it becomes a challenge with not just yourself, because then you have that piece, how accountability really helps you stay motivated. And so I think it'd be really fun to do that.
Yeah. And that's a teaser for next week. We're going to be talking about accountability next week.
Sure are.
Yeah, buddy. So that's living your life in 30-day challenges.
I'd love to hear some of the challenges that you come up with, because it might be really fun in the Facebook community to see, like, this is something that I'm committed to for September, and just see if maybe you can get some ideas or we can just throw some support your way.
Yeah, there we go. So if you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us a bunch. Give us a review. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe there as well. Until next week, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Have a good one.
We are all